What's up everyone, Nicholas here. Today we're going out spearfishing in Port Phillip Bay with my mates Dane and Seb, looking to see what we can find, scallops or fish. Just happy to be out on the water. We'd initially checked the back beaches hoping for decent dive conditions, but it was just not diveable. So it's days like this where I'm grateful that we can still go for a dive regardless, even if it's bayside. We head to a local reef that we know of and get ready.
We can make this work. See ya.
As soon as we jump in the water, we can tell that there's pretty good visibility, so we're happy. I get my fins on, load my gun, and I'm ready to go. So this fish here is a Victorian scaly fin fish, and they're known to be very territorial. They're not generally a target fish, but you'll see them everywhere when you're out diving. Right after, a horseshoe leatherjacket swims by of a decent size, but I'm still getting to see what's around, and so I don't take any shots yet. I do another drop and I see a large leather jacket, and I decide to take a shot. And this one's a different species than the last one. Both of them are pretty common to Victorian waters though. I go check up on Dane, and he has actually found his own leather jacket, which is another massive one from this reef of huge leather jackets.
Nice one. I also got a leathery. Yeah, they're big.
While diving, I see an old dip net on the bottom, and I see there's a lot of growth on it, but still decide to remove it from the water since it's a net that could potentially trap wildlife. I shake off as much of the loose debris as possible, and then I carefully pick up anything else I can that's living on it, and then get the net into the boat.
Pretty good day out here. We wanted to go to Western Port. Looked like sewage water, so we are in Port Phillip Bay, diving around some reefs and other spots that we know. We'll see how the rest of the day goes.
I drop down, and from the surface, I start to get my eye on a blue throat wrasse, and right away I know that I want to take it. I line up, waiting for a broadside shot at a reasonable distance, and when it presents itself, I take my shot. It's a through the body shot, and I don't want it to tear off, so I dive down and grab it by the gills and bring it to the surface to finish it off. You can see the distinctive blue on the throat, which gives it its name. Later, I come across a pair of good-sized longsnout boarfish. You're allowed to take one per diver per day, and they're pretty good eating, but I've also heard that they generally mate for life, so I let these two be and just admire them. And here are two old wife fish, which are easy to mix up with the boarfish because they look pretty similar.
Oh, hello. Huh? Nah, there's blue throat and boarfish and leatherjacket. Yeah. Nah, no big fish.
After a few dives, I see some scallops on the ocean floor where there was a sandy bottom. I've seen the YouTuber Spearo Fjords eat scallops underwater, and so I was too tempted to not try it. I used my knife to get in between the two shells and force it open. Even though the scallop rips a bit, I'm able to still successfully get it out, get some of the guts off, and eat it. I have to say it was pretty enjoyable.
How do you feel, Dane, getting your first boarfish? Nice. Was it this one? It's alright.
Back on the boat, I scale my blue throat wrasse to prep it for a dish where I will steam it. They're quite big scales that come off fairly easily. So I wanted to make ceviche with the leather jacket. So I found a great recipe in 99 Spearo Recipes that wet mammal has contributed. So let's try it. So for leather jackets, they have quite tough skin, but as Dane was showing on the boat, you can actually peel their skin off. So you want to make a slit. Then you should be able to get your fingers into there. I'm really not applying too much pressure. Here I am, a little bit more. And there you go, there's one side done. And this will save you, this saves missing a lot of meat. In hindsight, there's a white shiny layer underneath the skin that ended up being quite chewy. So next time I would remove that at this stage. Perfect for ceviche. This is leatherjacket or triggerfish is a pretty choice fish actually for ceviche. And I caught this earlier today, and this is going to be my dinner. So I'm cubing up the fish on a separate cutting board just so I don't have to clean it before I chop the vegetables and herbs. You want to put it in a non-reactive bowl, which is basically most things that are not metal, because we're going to be squeezing lime juice in here. And if you were to use a metal bowl, you might get some of that metal taste in your ceviche, which is not recommended. Roll it a little bit. Squeeze this knife. Washed some cucumber. Next, we'll cut up some coriander, which is cilantro to some. So you can even just rip it.
sriracha chilies, but use whatever your spice tolerance allows and calls for. The orange. You can see it started to turn a whiter color. Salt. Pepper. I have avocado oil on hand, so that's what I'm adding. I drain off the liquid because I find it's too sour or acidic if you don't. Add it in. And here's the final product. Get some of your favorite tortilla chips. Try to break the chip.